Okay, now I'm going to do a review on my One Planet sleeping bag, and I'm going to do it in my tent. Just did a review on this tent, $20 tent. So look, try and put as much information in as I can. It comes with this bag, so when you buy one of these, it comes with the extra fold down bag, so you can put it in and then squash it down even more. Now it's got my name on it, Ren. That's my girlfriend's nickname for me. It's a Bush Lite -15 800 regular right hand zipper Ren. Now most people go for the left hand zipper, but the problem is when you buy these sleeping bags, they're generally always sold out. So I could only get a right hand. Left hand, I've noticed it would be easier for me because I'm right handed, and I always set up forgetting that it's a right-handed zip, so everything's on the wrong side when I put it in my tent. But I just wanted the sleeping bag. It comes with this, so don't order one of these. This is where I was getting confused. I was going to actually order one. It's the hanging up net, and it just sits in there, and that is for long-term storage. So you get a mesh bag to hang up, you get a fold bag, a bag that you put in, and then it can fold down even further. So I was going to buy those two things extra, but I found out they come with it anyway, so that's pretty cool. Now, as far as the sleeping bag goes, I just want to say that they're definitely worth their money. They're obviously made from feathers from China or wherever, but they're made in Australia, and they're not advertised like other sleeping bags. They're not your typical brand, but they are an amazing sleeping bag. And I was just thinking today, it doesn't matter how much you spend on a sleeping bag. That should be your number one priority. The expense is worth it, because I've done a lot of camping, especially in winter, and there's nothing worse than waking up cold and being afraid to move in case you let cold air in, or just having an uncomfortable night's sleep. Not once have I ever woken up during the night in this, and I wake up in the morning and I actually don't want to get out of it. So that's when I know I've spent well on a sleeping bag. So they're standard price, they never have specials. You know, like I said, they're not this big name company, but my sister just brought one equal to this in your typical name. I can't remember what the brand was, but I just like the fact that it's made here in Australia, and I think they put more effort into them than what the bigger brands do. They're not so commercialised. But getting into the sleeping bag, I got this one because I have slept out in the open in winter. In Australia, where I am, the most you'll ever get is 1 degree Celsius, you know, at night. But I've slept out in the open on a spring night, and I was as comfortable as anything. Didn't once feel cold. I've always slept in my thermal underwear, or just underwear like I did last night, and I use a sleep liner. Silk one there, so I always make sure I use one of them to protect it. I will say the only issue with these is, but it proves that they're genuine, is they stink of duck. Not all of them will, but mine had it's had 5 uses now, and it does have a strong duck smell, but it was only really last night. I think it's starting to lose that smell, and I read up that with the duck feathers, they can smell stronger than other ducks' feathers, depending on where they're coming from. But it means to me I've got a genuine sleeping bag and the genuine feathers, I should say. So yeah, we got little glow in the dark tabs so you can find them. Now mine is the one that the reason I got it was because you can sleep out it. I wanted a 4-season tent for Australia, so this is pretty much 4-season. If I went up the next degree or down the next degree, it would probably be suitable for overseas winter, but we don't get it that cold here. So I want something I can still sleep in summer with it open. It is the type that cocoons up. You can actually look at photos of it. So you do get that full neck head coverage. and they're great for, this design is great for camping, hunting, because you can just take it in a small backpack, and if you just want to sleep on the go you can, and it is water resistant to a certain degree. So that's the reason why I got this one. It's an all-rounder, and it's also a survival one for me in the location where I live in Australia. So you can see the little feathers do that trick where they're starting to sneak through the seams, but comfy as anything, has a nice crispy sound to it, warm as. I haven't looked back on buying what I spent on it. It was about nearly 900 Australian. Probably for someone who just goes camping, not the way I do, like hunting and more extreme camping, would probably go the next model down with the more open window. I can't remember what the brand, the name of it was, but with mine, the next one was a -19 down in temperature, so that would be too warm for me. Yeah, and it's 800 down and regular size, right hand zipper. So my overall view of them is, what people want to know is it worth spending money on something like this? Yes, it is. It definitely feels like it's, you know, handmade, which they pretty much are because they fill them up with feathers, but when I say handmade, like custom made almost feel about them, and you know you're getting something that's quality. So there's a lot of little features that I still don't even know that's on it, which I would have seen in the video, like the zip coverages and you know, the extra warmth down here to stop cold air getting in. But like I said, I've not had one cold air pocket in it. I've slept well in it. It's kept me warm. I actually like the duck smell about it. It gives it its own smell, but it's losing that smell now. The only thing you want to be careful of these is, I like to have a drink in my tent. If you're a smoker, you want to be careful not to drop any ash on it, because I don't think it would burn. I think it would burn through it. But overall, I'm glad I brought it. Quite happy with it. It's pretty cool. And I've done an outside sleep, and I've watched videos on people sleeping in them, outside in them, and they've been quite comfortable. They pack right down to nothing. If you've never used one of these before, or put them in a bag, just stuff it in, but stuff it from the bottom down, and just push it in till you get the top through, and then pull it up. I was afraid. Never used one of these types because they fill up there, and I was trying to fold it up and put it in the bag, and that'll never work. So you just stuff it from the bottom in. And yeah, so the feathers are spread out evenly. You can pretty much see the shape of it. It's more, I think it's like the cocoon shape, if I can fold it down. Yeah, so cocoon or is it a mummy? I think it's the mummy shape. And it's obviously doesn't give you much, it gives you that just only tiny bit of breathing space if you do it right up. So it's more for, yeah, survival and warmth. Hope this helps. And yeah, I can't think of anything else to mention. I probably will after I've done, but yeah, definitely worth it.